Alright, Chad, good evening. Welcome back. We get to play as Finon now, and his Neo kit. Yeah. Let's, test out this technique. Yeah, it's like, it's like that same instant kill attack from, Acheron. Except, you know, it's bigger. It's multiple. That's why the bar is bigger.
Oh. Nice moves.
Acheron kill 1, Finon kill several.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The Black Tide is really no joke.
And that's certainly one way to show how powerful he's become.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealens. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct? Lady Treby.
How is this possible?
It's the first loop where we just
He
tried
got
telling
it
them about
right?
the future. I've
Yes,
come from the future,
but
you must believe me.
The prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth.
This is way before
And you will
this.
understand why the world must forsake the prophecy
Way before
and
Finan
find
was even
another
born.
path
You just
to
mentioned
Era
it.
Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement.
Kevin Kaslana, apparently.
The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction.
So it's not the same character,
and I was
but
ready to
like,
pour
it's a
all
similar
my
character,
strength into it.
yes.
The spoils of the Flame
Like similar
Chase,
personality,
the core
similar
flames,
themes, I guess?
would be sealed
Something like that.
by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate.
Attempt number 1. Tell
In
everyone
the
about the
original
future.
history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth.
Yeah. We're in the distant past of
But
what
this time,
the loop would normally be.
Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell
As
me,
we know, that doesn't happen.
if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
End of loop 1.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, With 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
And so the first version of the Black
After that,
Flame...
he
Black
raised
Reaper?
his sword and attacked.
Flame Reaper.
Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore.
Ah, so Finon kills Finon
only
and then
remember a nymph.
the memory transfers, I guess.
Hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall,
That's how the
climb,
continuity of memory continues.
climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was
One
in
must
choosing
imagine
how to
Finon
roll
happy.
the stone.
This is a Greek-themed
Sometimes
world after all.
fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence 1. Subject Castana persuaded the 12 Chrysosairs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantiated impact on the experimental process. 5 cycles of the 12 Chrysosairs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Castana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Regression testing? Admin notes the first devastating failure. Oh, wow, okay. Eternal Recurrence 2. Subject Kaslana adopted a strategy similar to the Eternal Recurrence 1. No substantiative impact on the experimental progress was observed. Now terminated anomaly in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence 3. Well, I'm skipping. Loop 3. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kaslana's strategy. Decision waiting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantiative impact on the experimental process. Loop 15. Subject Kaslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysosairs. No change. Loop 42. Subject Kaslana's 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision waiting for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Loop continues. Loop number 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 to 133 indicates that Subject Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence 42. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. Admin notes, this will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations. No intervention required, continue observation. Eternal recurrence 134.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
You do be deleting things from existence.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
Hold
That's
up.
the line.
Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please come search this core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Well, about that, I believe at this point, Finon slash Caslana has like the core flames of like
They're exactly
several
like all
cycles
the
worth of
past
people.
ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
He's got all the god's powers.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
Bro is power leveling.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
I guess that explains why
course.
he's in the state he is.
The
in that
divine
last time.
flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that,
No,
I
he
can
has
still
them.
forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
That's why he's so powerful,
Now,
I
when I
guess.
cut open your
That's how he,
stomach, you
like-
won't feel a
That's how he was
thing.
effortlessly decimating everybody in the earlier patches that we were playing through.
This is the final.
We're seeing him lose his patience now, you know. The peaceful method isn't working out so well.
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brat, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
I guess we're past negotiations now.
We can deal with fire's help.
I'm fine. Future will come. How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
Ah.
This reason core flame before us is a fake, obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning, yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Loop 134. Subject Castana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 crises has terminated in sequence. Subject Castana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence 5297. Subject Castana's 5266 attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crises has terminated in sequence, with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Castana regressed the extrapolation process. Note: Subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence 42. Mind function degradation detected. Possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Loop 12,398. Attempt to breach failed. Loop 23,779. Attempt to breach failed. Loop 46,645. Attempt to breach failed. 71,243 failed. 80,023 failed. Yeah, this is there's an SCP report. Okay, yeah, they're all the same. It's all just failed. I think. Yeah. 108,642.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, he's given up on the peaceful route. He's just speed running, grabbing all the cores.
Well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
Just can't have them initiate Era Nova. That ends the program.
Side. Every time since.
But we need to force a system fault.
Like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means
There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Mighty Most Lance of Fury. Okay. Okay, the presentation is pretty good.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. Tomorrow! I can't let them down.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, glory! I salute you!
The man with 7,000? No, 1 million at this point. 12 times. It's 12 times 100,000 plus, so he's at 1 million core flames now. And the presentation of this is real crisp. Yeah. Playing Fionon is basically playing a boss character when he goes into this mode in the fight. Review of your 5-star banner, basically. So I believe the way his mechanics work is that when you saw he doesn't have a traditional energy bar. When he hits max stacks, he pops this and basically everyone else in your party disappears. You just play him versus the opponent. So you basically become a boss character. It's very And the thing that makes him busted is that when he goes into this mode, basically everything is happening in the space of what the game considers a single turn. So if you buff him, like if you throw all the the attack buff, crit buff, or whatever stuff right before he initiates it, he maintains it the entire way.
I shall once again block your path.
Yeah, he's a mega character. The only downside is that, while he's active, then he's by himself. Everyone else disappears for a bit.
I wish you
until the mode ends.
eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
So this screen with the number of loops is very Madoka, which I guess is probably on purpose. This is a Madoka type storyline.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kefali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their mother deaths.
We're just watching him suffer now, huh? Also, I guess to get a couple battles in with the character. I'm immune to death. I have several million death cores.
Dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Yeah, they do this with like the relevant story characters. They've been doing this lately. Get to try every little bit. Integrate the trial into the story. But also
My soul into a raging fire.
But also, we're really just watching this poor man suffer. Also, I think for the purposes of this preview, it doesn't look like we can exit the mode. Normally that number is gonna count down. He also exits the mode automatically if he like loses all his health. So that's how it works in normal combat. And he does this automatic attack to end it, Yeah. He does that automatic attack to end it and exit the mode in a normal battle. So the number goes down quicker if you get smacked. And the damage on the final hit is increased... no, sorry.
Don't let time burn away in vain.
It goes down... The damage does more... The final hit does more damage the less numbers you have there. So ideally you want to not actually lose all your health so that you enter the final attack with 0 left on the counter. If you exit earlier, he still does the attack, but it does less damage. So that's basically how it works. And also, I guess that answers the question as to, like, because, you know, he can't heal. Or rather, like, he gets some health back on some attacks and stuff, but if you're, like, if you're playing him incorrectly, I guess, or not optimizing properly, and he actually burns all his health out, then, yeah, he gets unoptimal, more or less, on the final hit. And his damage falls off.
Death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames.
Because despite all his level grinding, he still can't crack the black tide. Such is the power of a Lord Ravager, I suppose. Something like that. That's what the logs are about, I guess, you know. He keeps trying. He's still trying. He's still not powerful enough.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope, am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle, for the true hero to come and save us.
Waiting for outside resources?
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky.
Hey, that's me.
But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight. Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy. 4 million. Exactly. Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever. Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet no. This fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones. And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end. No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going. Mind sharing it with me? In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky.
Oh, he hasn't even...
What if one day
He hasn't put this
the
into
next
play
you
yet. I thought he
refuses
did that
to
on the
follow
first
the
one.
same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finite. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
And another big jump.
I can do this, Lord Finite. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard, I will heal you, and then...
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness, shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Bro, I'm just watching him go through it.
Ice raging fire.
Our deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Finish the sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing, the one who can lead us, lead this world. It's just, I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept to everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes?
the wishes of all the countless versions of you. Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command
Yeah, I
the
guess,
wind
you know,
and rain,
give every character a
nor
little bit
willing
of
to end
spotlight in
this
this
absurd struggle by
this
letting
chapter.
the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Open your heart to me.
That was scripted. Alright, here we go again.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. Quench the blood.
Making it the characters that you actually know in these boss fights, I mean, it's just... It's the existing boss fight, you know, they just changed the name of it, but still, oof. Basically, yeah, you get a boss rush, except you have an undying character.
Merge with all this world's suffering.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, night.
Man, alright. Let me just make sure. Okay.
The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Emporius.
Finally, we're caught up to the present, I guess.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her.
Hello, what's up?
Friend.
I'm the outside factor. Hello.
I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home.
Hi, I'm the Galactic Baseballer.
This is my
Blessed by
flame
4
chase
different
journey.
aeons. Is it 4?
You were never
Yeah,
meant
four-
to be
four
a part
now.
of it.
Hi, I'm a Stellaron.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed.
I am the shadow, the true self.
Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade. You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Oh, I get a New Game Plus this time? I will stop the completion of Iron Tomb. I will New Game Plus.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So...
If she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken.
So I guess we're going back, but where are
And if
you gonna go
can
find
stop
one?
Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Go fight for the future.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey.
We will fight for a future.
Cyrene,
The future doesn't
a
belong to
page
you.
never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side.
Gotta
And
get
I will
back to the
walk
past.
The unfinished path.
Samurai Jack.
Just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation. I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Carefully will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Hi, Nanu. Power of destruction.
Do not bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish.
Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric.
Damn.
You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0.
Damn.
So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
Jesus Christ, he's dropping bars.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that.
Oh no.
But you...
No. Don't disconnect
you will
now.
never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score
All right, hang on, chat.
from
Let me save this. We're getting to the good stuff. All right. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. Okay, change that setting. All right. Okay. We're back. Let me just... Okay.
patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you You will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
Evil only needs to win once.
Lord Finan?
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
You're trapped in here with me.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn!
Oh, he's raging against the gods.
I was born as the blazing sun of destruction.
then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything.
Finance VA is going in this patch. She's got
Grant you a dawn, where all stars burn to ash.
Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kaslana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Legal reference undeclared object. Unhandled methods uncaught exceptions. Anomaly destruction. Energy. Nanook surging. He's breaking containment. Oh boy. Yeah, he's a destruction character. Oh, we're getting the animated short in here. I haven't seen this yet, I think. Oh, he broke containment.
Are you ready, Nanook? I've brought you destruction!
Oh boy. Budget. What is this Metal Gear Revengeance? I have not seen this. Wow, what the hell?
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, softly tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
Jesus Christ. Oh, he actually hit him. Damn. Despite all my rage. I guess Nanook still too strong. Well, he is an Aeon. I guess that that makes sense. What a last stand, huh? Yeah, real. That other guy, I think it's another Lord Ravager. I think I've seen it before. That design. Like the guy he was fighting.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
It sure was epic. That that rage against the gods.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended.
There was definitely you said it, Asura's Wrath. There was some Asura's Wrath shit. Although I guess unlike Asura's Wrath, he wasn't quite angry enough. Or I guess he was angry, but he wasn't powerful enough.
Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath
the number was wrong.
called Feinen. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the
we start on
stage
destruction.
has come.
We've got destruction,
Grow
preservation,
in
harmony,
peace
and remembrance.
until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Hold to load data. Whoa. I'll be waiting for you in the... Whoa. Welcome back, Stel. Wow, what is this? Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. 99%. Log updated. This is Amphorius. This is what it actually looks like. Process interrupted. Track World Bearer Premium Mobile Hatred. Intro condition is now. Responds only to destructive stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. but it refused to complete the Era Nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames to its next cell, thus forging the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Emphoria's unaffected cosmos. At the end of the 33 million so on so forth dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. Oh. Oh, we've got all the data here. This is literally an SCP report now. It's literally the SCP report. We've got redacted information here again. Yeah, this is the loop I'm describing. Intrusion variables. March 7. Entirely redacted. Who knows what this is? Dunham. Subject has exited Emphorius. Cyanopermanence, yep. Perfect. Additional data and stuff. Oh! And we can see the different program calls for each of them too. Yeah, alright, I'm digging the presentation here. But, oh boy. I guess that means after Final and X, like, screwed up trying to hit Nanook, he got absorbed by Iron Tomb. The program is 99% complete. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Content updated. Oh wow, yeah. Everything's different now. The books changed and everything. Alright, mem.exe. Yeah, isn't this... Yeah, this is the same... This is serving the same purpose as like the book that we were writing in. But it's turned into a computer interface because, you know, the real nature of everything.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief.
You're trying to cross the border.
We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important.
Chad, you realize
That's
Mem is
right.
Irene, right?
At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe... You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
Shut up,
Not
Mem.
surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you.
Well, yeah, true. You're in my
I'll turn
moveset.
into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle.
My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go.
My crown
my
is
dear
directly on
friend.
top of one of the glows.
May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
To be continued, I guess. Oh, you're just gonna... yeah, to be continued? Drop right in front of her? I guess we can go talk to her, I guess, but... Anything to say right now? Hello. Still surprise expressions just like when memories recorded. Are you Cyrene or Mem? Yes, you must be really perplexed though. I wish you could give the answers but feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me, Stell. Don't you recognize me? Did it really change that much? You're Mem. It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories. They're all tangled together. But when I woke up, they were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Chrysoset companions from this life, and you, Stell. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is tied to the fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that... You complained to me before about a book called Verges that always stops at the most captivating parts. But that's just how fate works, Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important to calm down and clear your head. Well, cast you have a heavy feeling, take a deep breath, and after mental reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
Now I've also planted the seeds of the trailblaze and the ideas that leaves there. Take it as the start of another journey. And when the time is right, let us return here and write the next page of our story together. In case Stell feels up to it before we set up, you can come find me anytime. I'm waiting for you here. Well, I guess it depends if she has more dialogue. But otherwise, she's just gonna tell us to wait for the next version again, isn't she? Wait, where is she? I guess we get a little preview as well for Fate Stay Night. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what the Fate collab is next. Yep, we're gonna have to come back and do the Fate collab. Oh wait, is she over there? Yeah, I think that's her over there. Okay, anything else to say? Sleeping soundly. We'll do the fate. We'll do the fate stuff next session. By the way, chat. I'm just seeing if Siren's got any other dialogue. Stressing on the table and spotted Selka grow fast. Still a cool apologies, like in my memories. Oh then, what should we do next? Oh, okay. Well, this is just bonus stuff. It's okay. We're waiting right here. Look for me whenever you want. I mean, those are some minor conversations, I guess, if you really want it. Nothing major. All right, chat. Oh boy, what a patch, huh? Ahoy will be literally like, alright, you guys will have to wait to the next patch for us to get more story. I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, we'll come back next time and we'll check out the Fate stuff. So, look forward to that. Alright chat, thanks for watching, catch you guys around soon. Peace.